Hi, I'm Jamie DiGraza, Samvia brand ambassador, and I'm with my salon guest and coworker, MK. Hi, MK.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for being here with us. So you had a fringe, and we're gonna bring the fringe back.
That's what I'm kind of deciding. That's why I pulled this one up too, because I keep catching in the mirror that flow that I have going on with the kind of I would want them brought up regardless whether we're doing a full bang or not. But yeah, I'm kind of still deciding.
Yeah, I think you can go either way. I think for now, let's leave them open because you can always cut them shorter.
Totally.
Like even today, let's leave them open so they kick out and then we could close them off.
Cool.
Or in 4 weeks, you can bring them in. But it is going into summer and it's going to be hotter. So I don't know if you want to have a fringe on your forehead or if you prefer to be able to get it all and have it more open.
Good call.
If that's helpful to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love the length. I think it's great.
Thank you.
And the perimeter here on the fringe, I just want to come up to hit right here.
Yeah.
On you, I think that's really nice.
Yeah.
So it just opens right up. And then, so it'll pop right at your cheekbone.
Yeah.
And then, so I like the length there. So we have perimeter, and then this, I would like to just bring up.
Yeah.
So it's still smooth, and then your activation will happen probably at the same length that your fringe starts.
Totally.
So it'll take the roundness, the swelling from here, and kind of straighten that out, but it'll be lifted.
Exactly.
So it'll be more
totally
that in the end.
Yes.
And then the weight seems really good. So a lot of times, there's 3 elements of shape. There's the perimeter, there's the silhouette, and then there's the texture. The texture seems great. Cool. Once we layer it, if we need to cut into it a little, we will, but it's really airy. Your natural texture is really cool. So I think this is going to be a lot more silhouette than it is perimeter at all. So
totally.
Not every haircut do we have to do every element. So today it's mostly going to be silhouette. By looking at it now, it doesn't look like it needs any texture. The perimeter seems solid. Even the positive and negative space, the movement that you have in here looks very it's already been texturized.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really good thing to mention, and that by looking at it, I didn't feel like that was something that we would have to do.
Good. Yeah.
But knowing that you don't want it airier and you want it to be fuller would steer me away from cutting into it even more. So thank you for sharing.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. You ready to get started? So to break this down, we're gonna do it really, really simply.
Cool.
So obviously what we do on the right side, we're gonna do on the left for balance and consistency, right? So we're gonna take a center part, which you already have. And I love that you came in with clean, dry hair so I could see your natural texture. Good. That's so great. So I'm gonna use over direction. Okay. So I'm gonna create my guide. I'm gonna take a piece from one side of the bang and a piece from the other. I'm gonna meet in the middle and I'm gonna come out horizontal, parallel to the floor. My finger angle is going to be on a diagonal, so it's longer at the bottom, shorter on the top. I'm gonna slide my fingers down and I'm gonna cut from short to long. And I'm gonna do that until I get that right where I want it. So I'm gonna come back in and I'm gonna pinch. It's kind of like razor cutting, but with shears. So these are the Samvia slide cutting shears, and I'm gonna do your whole haircut with them. Ooh. I love them. I love dry cutting with them. They glide perfectly, and there's no straight lines. They're really rounded. So there's a nice curve to the blade, and it's so smooth. It's like razor cutting. So the first section was center front. The next section is going to be corner of the eye. So I'm going to take all the hair from the corner of the eye. I'm going to over direct it back to that center. Remember, horizontal, parallel to the floor. There's my guide. And I'm going to cut from short to long. So now where's my guide? Now my guide's at the corner of the eye. So I'm going to take everything from the temple and I'm going to bring it over to the corner of the eye where the guide is. There it is. See it? Bam. Can you see it? See it? So horizontal, slide cut all the way from short to long. And then this should kick out. Kick, 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 kick. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Kick out, kick out, kick out. Great. The mirror's like my best friend because I can see everything. It's nice to check your work. Okay, so coming in, and then I am gonna come in and slide cut because I wanna see some positive and negative space in there, and you can't really see through. It's a little tiny bit dense, so I'm just gonna open and close and slide cut those shears, the blade, and I'm really only opening it about the first half inch. I'm not opening, cutting way down here. I'm just opening like that first half inch, and I'm just kind of pinch and allowing to diffuse the ends. So I already like how that's kicking out, where that's sitting. So let's do the same thing on the other side. So now we have a guide from the center. And I can just change my body position, come to the other side, and then I have a guide from the other side. So again, horizontal, there's my guide. I like to stand on this side so my finger angle doesn't change. I come in, there's my guide, and I'm gonna cut short to long. Next section, so center front, corner of the eye to center front, the temple, to the corner of the eye. Coming in, there's my guide, short to long, swing myself back around. I like to use the mirror to check not only my finger angle, but also my elevation. So if I am parallel to the floor, I'm here. If I'm not looking in the mirror, I could be way up in a diagonal. So I have to check my finger angle, check my elevation, and cut short to long. I can come stand at center front, pinch, check, pinch, check, pinch, check. Perfect. I'm gonna come out, set myself up. I won't move on until I know I have the fringe where I want it, because that's my guide for the rest of the haircut, right? So I come in and I know this is all gonna kick out. So I'm just checking my guide and make sure it's moving in the direction that I want it to move in. And you have this awesome wave. So I'm gonna cut with the wave. So I'm gonna come in, open, close, open, close, open, close, just a little bit on the ends. I don't need to touch the middle because I don't really want a lot of movement there. I just want those ends to be diffused. So I'm gonna hang out at the ends and just open, close, open, close, open, close. And I'm gonna take your fringe and I'm gonna like kind of pinch and kick it back to make sure it's hitting in the spots that I want it to hit in. Make sure I like it before I move on. I can't always shorten it. I think that's pretty good. You good with that? Cool. All right. So now the section behind it, I'm going to take everything from the top of the head to the top of the ear. So all that like front part, and I'm going to move everything that lives behind and just move it out of the way. Because right now I'm focused on everything from the front of the ear. So from the top of the head to the top of the ear, everything else we're going to just isolate and move out of our way for now. Put the clip in up, then the hair doesn't fall out. Hot tip number 1. So I came in and I'm assessing the situation. I noticed the perimeter needs to have some strength. So I'm going to drop the perimeter out. I've already cut the fringe and I'm leaving the perimeter out. So the hair that lives above, in between the fringe, on the top, in front of the ear is my next section. So I'm going to take this whole section, dropping out the perimeter. Here's the fringe I already cut. So we're just working in the top on the left side. And I'm going to cut the hair right where it lives, keeping the perimeter strong. And I'm going to cut from short to long. Again, with our slide cutters, I'm going to cut below my fingers. I'm elevating completely vertical. And my shears are just gonna open, close, and I'm gonna do it very minimally to not cut too much off the ends, but to sharpen and just kind of remove what's no longer serving, right? So I'm gonna come in and release. So now I'm picking up that perimeter section. I'm gonna assess, make sure we have some good flow. I'm gonna drop it back out. It has a good walk down already. And I believe our next move is only gonna be to assess. So cut once, assess twice, measure twice, cut once, you know? So here, it's this piece again. Here's the fringe, here's the perimeter. This one's falling like kind of heavy, right? You see it?
Yeah.
And it's really not the elevation or the silhouette. I think it's the weight. You see it? So I'm gonna take my slide cutters and I'm just gonna create a little positive and negative space, more in the middle of that hair strand. Kind of want to like get your curl is like this, and I want it to be like this. So again, I'm going to take the whole strand, and I'm looking to see where I can't like see through the hair, right? So I have a nice strong perimeter. And it's like the middle of the section is where I get it, like it's not diffused at all. And that is where I want to see some positive and negative space. But what I do to the middle affects the ends. So I have to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
But I think that might just be it. So again, I'm gonna assess, I'm gonna look. And I'm going to take the tiniest bit off the perimeter by pinching. So I'm grabbing the perimeter and I'm opening and closing that shear, and I'm just pinching off the hair to try not to take more than I need. We're assessing to see what each section needs, and inside each section there's the nape, there's the back, and the crown. So in this section, we're gonna take the nape out. It looks great. We've just dusted the ends. It doesn't need anything other than that. So now I'm gonna elevate this whole section up vertically, finger angle from short to long. I'm gonna find my previous guide, and I'm just gonna like really reduce and try to create a strong perimeter line. But it's really about the weight that's in this middle section that needs to be reduced. So you have these previous layers that are already here, and you can't really soften them anymore. So you just have to kind of come in and remove a little bit of weight, just a little bit. Just trying to get some movement and lift back into the hair. Gosh, your hair texture is so cool. It's like S curls.
Thank you.
It's like Shakira, right? You see that? It's so cool. So when I do cut into this hair type that has that movement, that's why I chose these shears, so I could cut into the movement to follow what the hair is doing. So I don't want to go against the fabric. I want to go with the fabric. So you'll see when I go in, I'm just opening and closing tiny bits in the same shape as the hair is moving. Because the goal really is to just give you a little lift and give you some more movement. All right, same thing on the other side.
Cool.
So top of the ear, remove the fringe that we already cut. We know the perimeter was kind of perfect already, so we're gonna just go ahead and drop it out. And then we know what we're working with is that section behind the fringe, above the perimeter, on the top section. We're gonna let fall out what doesn't need to be cut. I have a guide from the other side, bam. Here's a nice blunt line from the fringe. So I really want it to go from short to long. So I am gonna take this whole fringe section again, and walk over, use my elevation and my finger angle. So short to long, short to long. So I'm just trying to clean up that line. So I know that's nice and layered. So I think it's the ends that need to be slightly diffused. And I'm really, like, it's the tiniest bit that I'm opening and closing. Did you see it? Mm-hmm. It's like it barely didn't even. Because then I could go back and do more if I need to. Can't put it back. So another move is I'll just grab this whole thing, teeth down, peace sign comes in, flip it up and back, and then cut from short to long. So I know I want this to kick out, right? Same with the blow dryer trick. Put your hair there, blow dry it up, and then it wings out like so great. Same thing, teeth down, fingers out. Then I know I just need like another little angle on here that I'm probably not getting. Because it was looking so blunt, right? Mm-hmm. So like, I think I might have gotten it. I'm gonna come in and put a little more elevation on it. Oh, that might have been it. That might have been it. Yep. And then kick it out. Yeah, there it is. Kick, 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 kick. That's much better. Okay, so I'm gonna try a little of this One United. Oh, it's so nice and light. And I just want to kind of revive some of your wave, because my hands have been in there. And then I'm gonna reassess, see if you need to cut it anymore. I like to spray my hands too. Yeah, I really like using those slide cutters for long hair. Any hair, really straight hair, long hair, short hair. Anytime I don't want to put some like hard line in, I grab those. Yeah. And sometimes I like hard lines, and then I'll grab a straight blade. You know, it's like, let's use the right tool for the job. And I'm just kind of like squeezing in to try to get to reactivate some of that curl. Right? Look how cute!
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That looks really good.
Yay, thanks for being with us.
Thank you. I love it.
Say bye to your audience.
Bye.